Last time I was in this building, it was a colorful classroom. I had stuff all over the walls. It's tough to be here. I see the sticky tack on my walls. I see part of my bulletin board still up. This is my 16th year, so I was in this particular building for 14 and a half years, and it was like my second home away from home. I feel like I almost spent more time in my classroom than I did at home. And just coming back and seeing this, it brings a lot of emotions, and it's tough.
Over Thanksgiving break of last year, 2024, we had 67 inches of snow come down over the course of just a few days, and the roof collapsed on Lakeside High School in Ashtabula, Ohio.
Now, schools in Ashtabula will be closed for the rest of the week, but for the local high school, students may not return to the building for quite a while after the roof collapsed from the record-breaking snowfall. Inside, you can see why it is not a simple repair job. This will be major reconstruction.
Early on, we literally thought, okay, we're gonna pop a roof off and put a new one back on. It'll be a few months. And here we are almost a year later. Still no resolution.
Almost immediately after the roof collapse, every entity, both in the community along with our union, started bonding together. We had people bring, different items. We had lunches and meals prepared, churches, schools, everybody had bonded together. But then our union started connecting. We started looking at what did we need to do to not only just bring that support to our teachers, but also how to make this a positive learning environment and help us to be able to move forward.
We had to quickly scramble to find a way to get kids, into classrooms, because having been through COVID, we knew that that online deal just does not work for kids. Our kids did not want to do that again. So we found out we were going to move the 9th graders here to this building, and the 10 through 12 students were going to go to the Huron building. That was a preschool building that was kind of on its way out. They were going to be moving the preschoolers to another building anyway. The Erie Intermediate building opened up their doors for our art classes, our band, and our choir.
Take a look at your function. See if you can tell me what one of the transformations is.
Our administration and our leadership did an outstanding job of throwing all this together in a very short period of time, so that when our students came back from winter break, they had buildings to go to.
It's kind of hard to try and figure out where to put over 600 kids. So I think they did a really good job getting us into a school so fast after it happened.
They had to order tables, chairs, the supplies, because we lost everything in the building. And if you were on the second floor like I was, there was almost nothing returned.
My fellow staff members have been incredible. We've gone through this process together. We all lost a lot. Losing this building, losing everything from my classroom has been devastating.
A lot of us lost personal items and items of family value and family history, So it was a very difficult time to kind of focus and make sure that we were doing right by the kids.
Our labor relations consultant brought to OEA the challenges that we were facing. The unions worked together to figure out what teachers needed and to provide that support. And we were so blessed when President Scott Demaro offered to come up to Ashtabula to present us with $5,000 from OEA.
It was very tough, but the kids, helped us. They were very resilient. They continued to move forward.
The gratitude of the students, honestly, they're kind of what has kept us up, kept us going. They're positive about the whole situation, and I really needed that positivity to lean on.
We went from 3 wings and 2 floors to 1 hallway on 1 floor. We lost a lot of electives by moving, like we could no longer offer woodshop. We could no longer offer the family consumer sciences, the home ec, and we couldn't do any phys ed courses because we were using the gyms. They had to rework the entire schedule. Almost every single kid's schedule had to be reworked. Every single teacher's schedule had to be reworked. We were assigned rooms. Some of us are sharing rooms. I teach down the hall, but I share that room with 3 other people. I then go to 10-12 where I have my own gaming lab. But I also teach American history and geography, and I teach those courses. I go across the building into an English classroom to teach that. So I displaced that teacher. We have teachers that you'll see are pushing carts that, with their computers and their materials, moving and grooving all day long. That's what we do. You can feel a little lost at times. This was our mail room. Like, we had our mailboxes up over here, and the copy machine and everything was down that way. And then this was the office, the entrance to the office, the lobby. It's tough to sit and look at that building. And when it first happened, and we first started getting some images, there were a lot of tears, realizing what we were going through and the road we still had ahead of us. And, the further away you get from it, the less it stings a little bit. It still hurts because you still see that building the way it is. And, the kids that ride the bus, they see that building every single day.
Books and pencils can be replaced, but their emotional connections to the building remains. They can't wait to go home.
Our staff is awesome. You wouldn't know that there's a problem with our staff. Now, behind the scenes, we all have our moments where, we either break down or we, have a minute. But when it's business time, our staff is go. And, when our administration asks us to take care of something, we take care of it. We know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel somewhere. It might just be a little peak right now, but we're going to get there.
They always say that grief is, 4 seasons. Well, we're entering our 4th season. And so, we just need to keep moving forward and support each other through and through.
And I'm just looking forward to getting everybody back together so that we can be one big Lakeside family.